Well, I live in the Central Valley of California where 100-degree days are the norm for summertime. And after 17 years, my 2005 Toyota Corolla with 212,000 miles, well, the AC finally went out and it's going to cost more than $1,000 to fix it. So I found out the next best thing to do, and let me show you what I did. Well, I jumped right onto Amazon.com and I invested $20 in a pair of fans. They mount right to your dashboard on some pretty thick double-sided tape, so that if your dashboard has some contours, you'll be able to get contact. No matter how contoured it is, you can see how thick they are. As far as their fans, they're about 3 inches in diameter, and you can twist them any way you want, frontwards, backwards. You can twist them all around. And again, you do have 2 fans in case you want to point one at the passenger. And as far as the fan speed, you have 2 fan speeds. You have slow and fast, or basically fast and faster. And with that, they plug right into a cigarette lighter or your power port there. I happen to have 2 in this 2005 Corolla, one in the glove box and the one that you just saw. But let's go ahead and fire up the engine. Let's see how hot it is right now. A little bit dusty, a little bit glary. You can see even right now in the evening, about 7 o'clock, still 95 degrees in the Central Valley. Let me go ahead and turn the fan on to the low speed. I'll put the camera up so you can hear it. You can definitely hear the fans, but it's not too bad on the low speed. But if we crank it up to the high speed, you definitely know the fans are going. So I'm going to turn these off right now. So when you're driving in this brutal heat, and let me turn the engine off. With the windows down, you really do not need the fans on because you have air circulating while you're driving. But what this is a lifesaver is I live in suburbs of a major metropolitan city, is that there's so many stop lights. So when I'm stopped at a stoplight, or especially a left-hand turn stoplight, it could be up to 2 minutes, and that's when I just turn this on low to blow the ambient temperature in the cabin, especially if there's not a breeze outside. Now these fans are not the end all, they're not AC, it's just circulating the air that's in the cabin. So if it's hot in the cabin, it's going to be hot air, but circulating air is better than stale air. And another thing I use them for is if I'm picking up somebody, one of my family members, or if I'm on a break, if I'm sitting in the shade, I can flip these on as I'm waiting, and they do help. Again, it's just one of those things where it helped, and for the cost of paying 20 bucks, it was worth the investment because I'm not paying over $1,000 to get an AC fixed in basically a 20-year-old car. And as far as, I put it in the center dash mount right there, and if I'm driving, it's unintrusive. It's not in my way. And if we go outside here, you can kind of see that's what it looks like right there from the outside. So just to reiterate, if you're in the same boat I am, you have an older car, you just lost your AC, these fans do help. They're not the cure-all miracle of a regular traditional AC, but when it's 100 plus and you need some air to circulate, especially at a stop sign, stop light, or if you're just hanging out, these definitely help. Again, links in the description if you want to check out the ones that I bought. And folks, thanks for watching, and hopefully you're staying cool this summer.